I've been doing martial arts for about 21 years. I own Sensei Martial Arts and Fitness.
I've been training in martial arts for about 10 years now. My primary base is American Kempo Karate, but through my time when I turned to black belt, I was able to train with a bunch of different people of different styles.
Well, I'm a sensei, so that means a guide. I'm a 4th degree black belt right now.
I started playing Mortal Kombat probably around my freshman year of high school. I think it's going to be interesting to use both punches, kicks, and then bring out weapons as well.
The moves in Mortal Kombat are cool, but they're a little over the top. Like, it's not like practical and using them. So we're gonna see, we're gonna do our best today. Sweep, sweep. That's a traditional backhand.
This one, the stance is a little bit different, and this one looks like Kung Lao has bottom hand checked for kicks, and then the top hand ready for grabs, stabs, and then also quick jabs as well.
It's more easy to block this way, this way, this way, but the power doesn't really come unless you're, the fighting stance.
So what he's doing is he's trying to do what's called a heel palm. If you hit with the knuckles, you can really break your knuckles. You have to be careful where you're striking. But now that we have more distance, we're actually further away from the stomach, so we have to build that time to go down.
And that's more of a lower jab, is going lower. Not as practical for fighting. We don't want to go into a deep stance as we go in, because then we got to come back instead of just dropping and going really low. His is more traditional martial arts where you're going down in a nice little horse stance and extending and coming right back.
So this is probably the most unrealistic one I've seen so far.
So this is more of a block. He's doing an outside block.
He is starting in what looks like a closed kneel. Once the knee touches the ground, you lose power, it's hard to get up. You don't want to just stay here and be fighting from this range. So this one's a pretty standard snapping front kick. You'll notice that he's actually stepping up, but when you're super wide, your foot can't come up any longer. So he has to get in his stance and he has to shuffle up and then kick to the head.
It is a practical move, and we use it a lot in martial arts.
He's basically doing what looks like a side kick, but he's actually stomping the foot out of the way. That's one of the best moves, just stomping out that leg. And it's pretty fast as well. It's another one that probably doesn't work that well.
That's not really practical. It is a martial art move, but we would never just go drop on a knee and then go, because it takes too much time to get up, bring it back. It's kind of a low spinning sweep. We're not spinning all the way around.
It looks like he's targeting maybe the knees. It looks like a great way to break your own foot. Maybe a better way would be to plant yourself and do a full sweep on the ground. They call it a few different kicks. Some people call it a butterfly kick. It's more traditionally known as a tornado kick now.
If I'm spinning my entire body, my back is towards the guy. So if I miss him, he's gonna come hit me or grab me or something like that. So whenever you do spinning moves, it's a little dangerous because you're turning the back towards your opponent, which you really don't want to do.
The only reason I don't like it is because when you hit the side of the foot to the body, it's very easy for your foot to turn out. So I like to do it as a roundhouse kick instead. And you can also follow it up with multiple kicks as well. This is another just hopping side kick. It's definitely a snapping kick. It's a pretty realistic kick if someone's guard is too high.
And it's a powerful kick because you're using all your energy, you're going up and then bam, coming out. And it's one of my favorite kicks.
This is a pretty standard, it's called a chicken kick. That first kick is just to plant yourself on the person, and the second one is to slam them in the head. Gives me a little more distance, pushes them away, and allows me to follow up with more punches. All right, time for the axe. With the axe, it's a little bit different because the nice thing about axe is that you have so much power in your swing, and the maximum amount of energy is here or here. Best thing you can do is pull it forward. So if it's in reverse, you do your parries and then flip it forward. So the way he's using his axes, they're all one movement. It's a really big telegraph move. It's kind of the equivalent of Street Fight. If someone does this, you really know that punch is coming. So if you do that, you're probably gonna move out of the way, but it looks pretty cool. It's one of those moves where you probably wouldn't do in real life just because it's so telegraphed. He really knows it's coming, he'll just step out of the way. A real axe, it's pretty heavy. So I'd be worried about if I missed, my hand would go flying, hurt all the tendons, all the ligaments. Probably wouldn't do that one.
That's a basic backhand, and he has the little blades in it, so he's going right for the face with his blades, like shoom, right to the back of the head, and it's quick and it's powerful.
It's really easy for the enemy to see when you're punching now, so you have to be a lot faster. It looks like he pulls it off pretty well though, and it's a cool looking stance.
This is the most practical martial art move that we teach everyone, even people who don't know martial arts when I do women's self-defense. It's a palm strike right to the nose. You don't want to break your knuckles or anything like that. You want to go straight for the nose. And that's just an uppercut from the knee, you know, the person's rushing at you, you go right down, bam, right hit him in the jaw and then come right back up.
Uppercuts are usually about elbowing distance. You have to be very close to the person, hit them square in the jaw, and it's all about that hip movement.
It's a little jump front kick with the front leg.
For SubZero, his hands are here, has everything guarded, and so when he throws his kick, his hands are in the same place. ready to guard, and ready to throw the punch again.
It allows you to get distance. So the jump front allows me to go forward, get distance on the person, and keep attacking. So it's a practical move that we always use. Hey!
Another snapping side kick. Probably one of my favorite kicks just because it's so fast. So it is probably one of the most realistic kicks so far.
Going right for the shin, which is a very soft spot for people. So you go with his shin, they can go right down. And that's a spinning heel kick. The spinning heel kick is one of the most powerful kicks in martial arts.
Because you have so much momentum, that's slamming the head out of the way, but you just have to time it well. So as long as you know his guard is down and he doesn't see it coming, then it can be really powerful.
You're using all your power, you're getting with your heel, boom, and it could kill somebody. Actually, most of the ones that we did were really practical. Like we do them in martial arts and we do them fighting.
The axe ones, they probably weren't that usable, but a lot of the jabs, a lot of the stances, it's pretty interesting. It's not stances I see most people do, but I like that Mortal Kombat had a reason for doing it. Yeah, and especially the punches, they look great.
They're more realistic than I thought, you know?
Hey everybody, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, then make sure you subscribe. And you know what? Check the playlist out, there's plenty more. Go on, have fun, keep watching. I'll just be here.